So I had a dream that basically we had another shutdown and everything was shut down, and I was sitting with these two technically strangers because I don't know them in real life, but I was sitting with these two people and they were talking about how the government didn't have enough money to give us another stimulus like they did last time, basically. And so, in order to be able to give everybody a stimulus, in order to be able to afford to give everybody a stimulus, they had to print additional money to do that. So, when it was determined that they were going to print additional money, the people I was sitting with, they were like, yay, like they're printing new money. That's so good. Like, we're all going to get our money now. I was like, that is not good. I said, when they print more money, the value of the dollar is going down. They're going to bust the dollar and they're going to force you to move to digital currency. Like, it's all a part of their plan, right? And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. so, so I asked the Lord about that dream, and essentially there's going to be another shutdown. The shelves will be bare, so stock and prepare. So the Lord is saying, watch and pray and start to prepare now, because some people will not be able to leave their homes. People will be impacted or they'll be hit financially. So start watching what you spend right now. Be wise, be farsighted, be sensible, be practical, like the 10 virgins, right? They were thinking ahead, so they brought extra oil. So it's time to be wise now. Start preparing now, right? And it reminded me of a different dream that I had where everybody was kind of going through a famine, so to speak. Everybody was in line to buy because they didn't have anything, and me and my friend were in line to sell. That's God saying, Psalm 34:10, the young lions lack food and grow hungry, but they who seek the Lord will not lack any good thing. So he's saying my people will not go without. Like the days of Joseph during the famine, God's people will be moving into Goshen, right? And they will have an abundance and they'll experience harvest. The same way that Joseph prepared for 7 years, God is calling his people to prepare right now. Ezekiel chapter 13, starting at verse 4. O Israel, your prophets have been like foxes among the ruins. You have not gone up into the gaps or the breaches, nor built the wall around the house of Israel, that it might stand in the battle on the day of the Lord. They have seen falsehood and lying divination, saying the Lord says, but the Lord has not sent them. Yet they hope and make men to hope for the confirmation of their word. Did you not see or make a false vision and speak a lying divination when you said the Lord declares, but it is not I who have spoken? Down to verse 10, it says, it is definitely because they have seduced my people, saying peace when there is no peace, and because when one builds a flimsy wall, behold, these lying prophets plaster it over with whitewash. So tell those who plaster it with whitewash that it will fall. A flooding rain of great judgment will come, and you, O great hailstones, will fall, and a violent wind will tear the wall apart. Verse 14 says, so I will tear down the wall which you have plastered with whitewash, and bring it down to the ground, so that its foundations will be exposed. When it falls, you will perish in its midst, and you shall know and understand fully that I am the Lord. Verse 22 and 23 says, because you dishearten the righteous with falsehood, when I did not cause him grief, but have encouraged the wicked not to turn from his wicked way and preserve his life. Therefore, you women will no longer see false visions or practice divinations, and I will rescue my people from your hand. Then you will know without any doubt that I am the Lord. So essentially, because this wall was built with falsehood, God is saying he's tearing it down, and the foundations are going to be exposed. So this is the great sifting that God had been talking about at the top of the year. So the spiritual effects of what's going to happen with this natural shutdown is going to be like the land is going to be devastated. Like the land will be scorched with fire. Like there will be many dry bones to follow, right? The walls that have been built and whitewashed by falsehoods, false prophecies, by saying peace, peace when there was no peace. Those walls are going to be torn down, and the foundations of these things are going to be exposed, right? So what's coming, the devastation that is coming, has divine permission. And it's like that of Job. God gave the enemy permission, right? And it'll be the furnace that separates the pure from the dross. It'll uproot, it'll expose, and it will tear down, so that the foundation will be laid bare. This is the great sifting.